All right, welcome back to the Couch Live. We can't let that play any further, but I love that song. Welcome back to the Couch Live. Here on Rock 100. Well, we could, but this is a YouTube segment. They're not clicking on this YouTube to just listen to this. Oh, look at that. Oh, you see?
See there? I'm pretty slick. What you need?
Welcome to the Couch Live here on Rock100DIZ.com. And, of course, thanks you, YouTube. And, of course, HolisticLifestylesRadio.com. And AMWWNN 1470 out of where, Chris?
Boca Raton,
Florida. All right, now we're talking, of course, my name is Lui Delgado, certified addictions professional. We talk recovery all the time here on the station. Of course, Dr. Kent Hoffman, my partner. Go ahead, Dr. Kent. You were telling us something about these docs down in where? Boca? Well, you were talking about the local ones.
We're talking about the local ones.
They got you. They got you here in Orlando. They got you. Yep. Two of you. They got two of you.
They got two of you.
Two of you docs that were just poisoning people with your pills.
But we're talking about a whole bunch more down in South Florida.
Yeah.
And down in South Florida, the problem's even worse.
Yeah.
South Florida, during about a 15-month period, from August of 2008 to November of 2009, there was an average of a pain clinic opened up in 2 South Florida counties. Pain clinic every 3 days.
Every 3 days.
Okay. In a 6-month stretch, the pain docs in Broward County dispensed over 9 million pills of oxycodone. Okay, there ain't that much pain.
Wait a minute, and how long of a period? 9 million?
6 months.
In 6 months?
9 million pills. Okay?
Wow. And, do you know the population by any chance?
I don't, but that comes
It's not 9 million.
No. Actually, they did another period of time a couple years ago when I think it was 6 million pills, and there may have been fewer than that.
Wasn't it like 6 per person?
It was 6 per person, for every man, woman, and child in the county.
6 pills per person. That's Broward County.
Yes, Broward County.
That's you guys.
Broward County.
Oh, that's a lot.
So that's where our radio station hails from. So
yeah. So WWNN, thanks for having us on because you need us. I told you need us.
In one of the other articles, one of the big things was that these are not some of them are doctor owned, and obviously they have to have doctors at these pain clinics, but these are not all doctor owned and operated. Some of them are actually owned by convicted felons and former or convicted drug traffickers. Okay, so you've got these places being owned by either businessmen or businessmen with a history of drug trafficking. So these have
if they were doing the right thing, that'd be okay.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
I just want to be that clear.
If they're legitimate pain clinics,
if they were legitimately trying to help people,
okay,
do something with their life, that'd be fantastic. But you're just talking about, exploiting people in their addiction. So now let's get to the solution, real quick. What is the solution besides busting them? Because busting them is one thing, but another one opens every 3 days. You said. Back then.
Right.
So you keep busting them, and someone else is going to open it or figure out another way to do it anyway.
Well, the solution is twofold. Shut down the opening of these places because they basically open and close like the Halloween stores. Come October and November. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. They put them up in October, and as of Halloween, boom, they're down.
Yeah.
Okay. And they
fireworks, Halloween, and the Christmas trees.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. Put them up and shut them up.
But isn't the real solution dealing with us, the individuals that take it?
It is.
Right?
It is.
So how do we get people to understand to be careful of what's happening, to not be exploited by these physicians that they just because they're a doctor, people, they don't know what they're doing. Well, they know what they're doing. They know they have a solid customer in you. You keep coming back, and you're going to keep paying them money. You're going to have to bring them cash. They'll give you the script. You go out and get messed up, and as that's happening, your receptors are being destroyed, and your brain is being taken over by this disease of addiction. And do you or do you not know what's going to happen next? And that's where you should listen to people in recovery to find out, what they went through. Because if you hear the stories of recovery, maybe you stop. I don't know. I don't know what'll stop you, to be honest. Once you're in it,
your brain's brain's hijacked by drugs.
Yeah, you got to want recovery,
and you've got to come to a point where you're sick of being that rat on the wheel. And when you want recovery and you want to, and there are ways to get clean and sober, without having to go through, horrible, painful withdrawal.
Yeah.
And you've got to want that, though. Yeah. You've got to want a sober lifestyle, and you've got to want to get into recovery.
Yeah. Look, your brain is being hijacked I mean, here's your brain taken over by a drug and telling you what to do, and imagine you just listen to it, and you listen to it, and you listening to it. We know this is a serious issue. We know it's difficult. We know everybody here has problems. Everybody has issues and pains, and some of you have more than the average bear. Maybe you're thinking, well, you know, you don't understand because I lost a loved one, or since I was young, this kind of abuse was happening to me, or this is all I know, or I've been getting high since I was 9, 10, 11, or whatever the story may be. The key is that each and every day you wake up, you have an opportunity to do something about it, and today is a new day. You actually have the opportunity to do something about it, but you have to start with finding someone like Dr. Ken Hoffman, or like myself, or someone else out in the community that actually wants to help you and is willing to help educate you on how to do this. Because it's not easy. This is a very difficult challenge you're about to take on, but it's a lot easier than living the lifestyle you're living in these places and going to these places.
You know, we know that initially these drugs, you know, they make you feel great and they work for you because they fill whatever hole in your life that you have. You know, whether it's pain, whether it's emotional pain, you know, whether you're lonely, whether you're shy, they take care of a lot of problems, okay? They work for you, okay? But then very shortly, all of a sudden you're working for them because you have to take them every day. You're what I call that rat on the wheel, and you know you're having to take them every day in higher and higher quantities. You know, otherwise you're going to go through withdrawal or be dope sick. And at that point in time, you're caught. You're painted into that corner, and you know you're caught. You're not even getting high anymore. After 6 months or a year, you know you're stuck. You're stuck. You're not getting high, and you're having to spend that money day in and day out, and you're chasing. You're always chasing.
And we know initially it's difficult to care enough about yourself to do this. And that's why you hear so many times people recommend going to 12-step programs. Why do that? Because in those rooms, you find people who care about you, and they don't even know you yet. And they care enough about you to intervene, make comments, say, hi, how you doing? And it's not like the street, right? You see someone in the street, you go, hey, what's up? And what do you say? What's up?
What's up?
And nobody answers.
That's right.
Right?
That's
Nobody really answers.
That's about as deep as it gets.
Yeah, that's as deep as you want it to get.
That's right.
It says, look, I really didn't want to talk to you. I want to get going, but I just, you know, say what's up. It's just, you know, I'm being polite. But in the meetings, when people say, you know, how you doing?
They want to know.
They actually mean
They
it.
care.
You know,
they've been where you are.
Exactly. They look in your eyes. They ask you, how are you feeling? You know, they actually care. When they don't see you, a lot of them show, you know, if they have your number, they'll call out to you. They'll be there when you call out. You know, more importantly than anything, it's like be a part of the link of recovery, and that's all we are, is just a chain in this big recovery chain that if newcomers aren't coming in, then who's going to be there for the next generation of addicts that need you? You know, so you have your story. Yes, you have your pain and you have your story, but think about the strength that you're going to build from this recovery process, and you're finally going to be able to do something good with all this pain that you've had. I mean, you got to do something with it, right? I mean, why experience it if it's not going to be converted into something useful and help somebody, correct?
Absolutely.
You know, and you can convert it. And then you're going to feel better about yourself, because right now a lot of you are feeling like crap. You're feeling like I am the worst piece of junk out there. You have no idea, Louis, what kind of things I've done, that I've lied and I've cheated and I've hurt and I've caused this and I've caused that. And I'm simply saying, you know, a lot of us have. But the difference is that when that newcomer comes in a year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years from now and says all that, you're going to say, I understand, I can relate, I felt that way, and this is what I did to take care of it. So that's what's important about all this. So we know the problem, these pill mills, right?
Yep.
The non-docs like Dr. Hoffman, because you're the good guy. You're the good docs.
Right, we're helping people.
All right, and then there's the other docs that just really don't care. So anyway, thanks to our sponsor, dlmsuccess.usana.com. That's dlmsuccess.usana.com. Go there for your natural, nutritional, pharmaceutical-grade vitamins, and, of course, Rev3, which I love, natural energy product. Thanks, to, of course, to rock100diz.com, our home station, Holistic Lifestyles Radio, and, of course, WNNN 1470 down in Boca Raton. That was our YouTube segment. Adios, amigos. We'll be back after this break.